If you've ever worked in IT support, maybe fixed a printer at 8 a.m. or solved 57 tickets before your lunch, congratulations! You're halfway to your cybersecurity career and you didn't even know it. And today I'm going to be breaking down why IT support is one of the best stepping stones into a career in cybersecurity and how you can make this transition in months. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I release videos on this channel about how to grow and progress in your cybersecurity career. Check out those videos. Also consider becoming a subscriber and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos when they're released. Also, check out the Cybersec Migrant podcast. It's a place on this channel of a podcast where I interview people who are mostly immigrants but who have successfully made the transition or built a career in cybersecurity and are successful and thriving. And you can learn a thing or two from their stories. And now, let's get into this video. The reason I'm doing this video today is because I've had a lot of people ask me in recent weeks. There's been a lot of questions. People have asked me and said, how can I start a career in cybersecurity? How can I become a cybersecurity professional? How can I grow my cybersecurity career? And many of those people are actually people who are working in cybersecurity adjacent roles. So maybe they're hardware support, or they're tech support, or they're help desk. So they've got a bit of that experience. And so I think I wanted to share this video today to talk about how IT support generally, help desk, tech support, hardware support is a major hiring pipeline for cybersecurity. So the truth is, that's one of the ways you can easily go in cybersecurity if you're already in those fields. And if you stay to the very end, I'm going to share one tip that you can use to make that transition from IT support or help desk to a thriving career in cybersecurity. First things first, let's talk about transferable skills. There's quite a few transferable skills that you already have in the help desk space that translate very well into cybersecurity. Think about it. As a help desk technician, you're already doing a lot of work handling incidents because everybody sends in a ticket or a call or an email and there's a ticket in there, and then you track that incident through when it's opened, it's new, it's opened, it's in progress, maybe it's on hold because there's some feedback you're waiting for, and eventually you close it. That is a process. Very much like the incident handling process in cybersecurity. When there's an incident, we have a documented process. We open an incident, we go through the process, we review, and then at the end of it, we take our lessons learned from that decision. So the fact that as a help desk support technician, you already have that experience, it's really good to help you move into a role in cybersecurity. Another good thing is the fact that help desk support technician, you already are doing a lot of troubleshooting. Somebody calls in and says, I have XYZ as a problem. And then you go through your KB, your knowledge base, and you say, okay, if the issue is one, try this. If that doesn't work, then try this. If that doesn't work, then try this. And you go through a series of steps. And that's pretty much everything we do in cybersecurity. When there's an issue, when there's an incident, or when there's a problem, or when there's a risk, you go through it methodically and logically, starting from position of least resistance to the place of most resistance, and you're walking through those steps. And because you're able to do that already, you have those skills ingrained into you as a help desk support technician. The art of troubleshooting is crucial, and that's also something that you can easily bring into a role in cybersecurity. Of course, like I said earlier, you're doing a lot of ticketing, you're doing a lot of documentation. Those are the things that we do in cybersecurity. Think about it. You can talk about frameworks, you can talk about risk management or assessments without doing documentation, without doing ticketing, without doing versioning. And those are things that you already know and have a lot of experience with when you work as a help desk support technician. And again, without saying, one of the biggest ones is communication. Because again, cybersecurity, yes, while we're protecting assets, it's also very important that we communicate what we do to all stakeholders, both those who are technical and non-technical. As a help desk support technician, you're doing a lot of communication with people who are sometimes not technical. All they know about using the computer is to push the power button on and off. Maybe that's what they know. You've got to be able to communicate with them in clear, concise, meaningful language. And that's a skill that translates very well to a role in cybersecurity, because a role in cybersecurity requires you to be able to communicate in clear, concise, meaningful language. So there is already another skill that you can bring to a cybersecurity role if you're already a help desk support technician. Because a friend of mine said something once, IT support is pre-cybersecurity training disguised as a job. And that is really, really true. Because again, Everything you do in IT support is something you can build upon if you get into a cybersecurity role. So what stops you from getting into the role? You have the experience, you have the skills required. Bring those skills over to a role in cybersecurity. Now let's talk about certifications. It's very important. I will say to a lot of people, or as I say very well, don't try to amass the alphabet soup of certifications because you really do not need it. One, if you're to try to start to do every possible cybersecurity certification, you would run out of money and time and brain space in no time because there's so much that's available in the industry. Don't start a cybersecurity career trying to do as many certifications as possible. In fact, most times you only need a couple of them. If you're already in helpdesk, you already have the technical skill. So you want something that can showcase a third-party validation of those skills. And a very good one that I will recommend anytime, any day is the Security Plus. Most times, that is all you need. The Security Plus is a great entry-level cybersecurity certification that showcases to anyone that you have a good understanding of the basic tenets of any role in cybersecurity. Then you can potentially put a couple of additions onto that. But those additions would depend on what role you're going into cybersecurity. So for example, if you're going to go into incident response and SOC, which probably is the easiest place for you to go into with your helpdesk support background, then maybe take a certification from one of the SIEM vendors out there, maybe Splunk or one of them, because they've got certifications that show that you've got a mastery of the tools. If you want to go into identity, then you can consider taking the SC900 from Microsoft. Of course, if your shop is Google, then you want to take the equivalent of the GCP platform. If your shop is an AWS shop, then you want to take the equivalent with AWS. But make sure that you're doing something that's going to be adding a bit of usefulness to your existing skills. Don't just take it for taking's sake. Of course, if you're going to go into a GRC role, then maybe in addition to the Security Plus, maybe take something on the ISO 27001, which is a very foundational framework for governance, risk, and compliance. That will be useful. So don't go out and take all the certifications you can. Just take a few targeted ones that are going to help showcase the skills that you already have. So you've got the transferable skills, you've got the certifications. What's a potential timeline? Realistically, you can actually move from an IT support role into cybersecurity role in about 6 months. You spend the first month or so doing some upskilling. So maybe taking the necessary certifications or maybe reading up some more material to bring you up to speed with the workings of the cybersecurity industry. And of course, talking to people, find somebody in the industry who you can speak with to tell you about their experiences, what to expect, and that can help you build your skills better. Then spend the 2nd to the 4th month building a home lab and developing your skills. So do a lot of practice. Or if you want to do some work on an online lab, so platforms like TryHackMe or Hack the Box, those are well available to you as well. You can use those as well. But spend some time building those skills. You already have your job as an IT support specialist already, so that's great. You only need a little more experience and a little more practice, and you should be ready to take on a cybersecurity role. And then by the end of month 4, as you build the skills, you've built the abilities, then you can start to apply for roles. Of course, you're already talking to people in the space already. Because you're already talking to people, you're able to use that network to find out where are the jobs that are currently hiring, who are the companies that are hiring, how can I get in those spaces, how can I get my profile in front of the hiring manager at those places so that I can be considered for a role. That's very important. So here's the conclusion. The truth is, IT support is a springboard to a successful career in cybersecurity. A lot of other people did it, and you can do it. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you currently work in IT support? Are you thinking of making the move to cybersecurity? I want to share what your plan is down in the comments below. I would love to read them. If you've made it this far, don't forget to apply those tips, and that can help you in your hunt for a job. Check out this video where I talk about various IT certifications, and if you really do need to take that certification, or if you could spend that money better and do something else. Or check out this video where I talk about different cybersecurity parts and how you can make a sense of all of them and determine which one is best for you. And I will see you in the next video.